JoshProd and Pixel Heart have finished their newest racing game. We're going to be checking it out. Y'all remember this? That's right. I'm talking about Arcade Racing Legends. Well, it's finished, and the folks at JoshProd and Pixel Heart have sent me their final draft, to which I throw on my GDMU, got to play through it, and damn. Dear Lord, this game is good. It's been a bit since we last looked at this game, and boy has it changed. Better overall graphics, better handling, driving mechanics overhaul. It seems and it feels like a whole new game. The working title, Drift Club Racing, seems to speak to their original intention, and that intent shines through in the latest iteration. This game, made by less than 5 people, not counting the hundreds that backed the project on Kickstarter, coming from JoshProd and Pixel Heart, is an incredible brand new racing game built from the ground up, specifically and only for the Dreamcast. I love companies that make exclusive experiences for the DC. They have the balls to commit. So glad I can say we have current gen exclusives for a Sega system. It really shows you how much life is still left in the Dreamcast even today. Starting off, we see a few different options: career, arcade, time trials, dual, garage, and the last option is, well, options. Now, career is set up and separated by race days. It features normal races with differing amounts of opponents per race, or events where you race against the clock, against yourself to beat an especially tight time in a single lap to advance to the next day. And then, there is what I've been calling the no-hit wall track. On this day, I got my ass handed to me. Fucking shit. No, son of a bitch. Not again. Fuck. Shit. For a bit. But then. Deja vu. Nope. Until I finally got it. Deja vu. I just been in this place before. Higher on the street, and I know it's my time to go. Going new, and the search is a mystery. Standing on my feet, it's so hard when I try to be me. Whoa. Deja vu. I just been in this time before. Higher on the beat, and I know it's a place to go. Finally, after beating this track, made to teach you braking technique, I broke a record, and guess what? I did it with no brakes. And I throw that challenge out to anybody who gets this game. I'll post a video of my full run on this channel. So how do the drift mechanics actually work, I hear you ask? It's a simple, once you get it, set of conditions to get sideways. A bit before the turn-in, let go of the gas pedal, slightly tilt the control stick or begin tapping the D-pad in the direction you want to turn until the car starts to slide a bit, as a primer for the turn. Once you enter the apex of the turn, tilt the stick more in the same direction of the turn, or full press the D-pad in that same direction. Hitting the gas brings you closer to the inside. Hitting the brakes brings you closer to the outside, and you will want to slam on the gas on the track out, and adjust to the outside to compensate for oversteer if it happens. These are the mechanics as best I can explain them. Now, with that concept in hand, let's get on to the rest. Career mode doesn't get repetitive because it challenges you and switches up the events and tracks regularly throughout. The difficulty is consistent for the most part, but you will be repeating some races a few times, though you won't lose a perfectly driven race. Arcade mode is basically a series of races featuring every track in the game, and the only way to unlock all the tracks for time trials and also the final bonus track. Time trials are exactly what you think they would be. You can select a track, 1 to 3 laps, and set your best track time. Speaking of track times, we will be doing a time trial contest on Dreamcast Hub Facebook group after the game releases and everybody gets their copies in the mail, for a prize to be awarded a few weeks after the game's release for the best single lap time on a specific track. Join us there if you get yourself a copy of this amazing game from pixelheart.eu. And JoshProd and Pixel Heart is actually giving away 3 of their games to whoever wins this contest. Get the best time, have the best time. After the contest, we will still have a permanent spot on the group to post your scores. for bragging rights. I was so happy to see a split-screen dual mode allowing you to compete with friends in a more direct way than comparing times. This increases the lifespan of the game significantly. The track design is sometimes full realism, and sometimes crazy playful. There is a lot going for these tracks. Aside from nailing the aesthetics, the layouts are so much fun to zoom around in. These tracks have my personal favorite, chicanes. These turns are made in such a way that one curve bends directly into an opposite turn in a fluid way. Some blind turns set up with the use of elevation changes or a well-placed wall. These favor those with quick reflexes or a keen ability to memorize tracks. The track that really was the best training and kinda gave me that Formula D feel was the no-hit wall track. And I had to pull off a drift through a double apex. It felt absolutely incredible when I pulled it off. Then you have the more playful tracks that remind me of when I was a little enforcer.
Beauties. Go ahead, help yourself.
If you remember this game and know what it is, let me know in the comments the game this may be an homage to. No matter the flavor, they are all well thought out and designed by people passionate about racing. These cars are iconic and plentiful. I did not expect this many. Lots of great references and even some obscure choices. I order more stuff from PlayAsia.com than most people order from Amazon. Stop! Get back here and deliver my limited edition copy of Panty Party! I mean, I just love chasing that thing down. These are just great choices. Just a well-rounded, different feeling and looking bunch of cars. You got the Mini, you got the Hot Wheels cars, you got the Porsche. You actually got two Porsches. You got this tuner car, you got Stratos, which is awesome. And as a big fan of rally cars, I am so glad they included the 1990 Lancia Delta Evo Rally Car. I mean, honestly, great choices all around. You even got Daytona. Now, I don't know how many of these are public, but I'm going to leave some of them for you to find out when you actually get the game. If you did notice any car references I might have missed, put them in the comments below. The car's physics feel great, from the start of a slide before a turn, to the weightiness of each car and how different each car handles. Even the little touches, like when you start to accelerate, the front of the car starts to lift and the rear of the car goes down. Then it levels out as you maintain speed. I love that attention to detail. You can also tune the handling of each car. It feels like each car has different base stats. Some are more slidey than others. Some turn tighter, and I feel like you then adjust from those base stats. I've always maxed out or close to it for slip, and then decrease the turn strength just a bit. And there you go. This really is such an incredibly fun game, with solid mechanics and tons of replay value. I wound up with hours of gameplay footage to sift through, and way more hours than I'd like to admit unrecorded. So, it releases November 13th, go to pixelheart.eu to pre-order. Don't forget about our contest. You could literally win one of 3 games, amazingly provided by JoshProd and Pixelheart, supporting this channel by donating 3 of their games for us to award the first, second, and third place winners. You guys are amazing. I have supported this game from the start. I've been so excited since it was announced. To see it come together as it has, rivaling some of the best arcade racing games on the system, the folks involved have so much faith in the Dreamcast community they made it an exclusive for the system. That's ballsy and I respect it. I mean, they made their own in-house game engine for this. Imagine what they can make next using this engine. Thank you again to JoshProd and Pixelheart for the opportunity to review this a whole month before release. So what do you all think? Have you pre-ordered yet? Join us at Dreamcast Hub Facebook group to enter our Be the Arcade Racing Legend time trial contest, get the best time, and win 3 indie Dreamcast titles, graciously provided direct from JoshProd and Pixelheart themselves. Very cool of them. Thanks for the support. A personal thank you to every single person taking the time out of your day to watch this video and see my thoughts on this game. Have a great day. You're amazing. I love you. Bye.